What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This evening, we have a brother by the name of Khalil Murray on the phone. He's an author, among other things, so we're going to chat with him, learn more about him and what he got going on. Hey, bro, good evening. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm doing fine. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I appreciate you for taking this time to chat with us about what's going on with you.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's jump right into it. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, my name is Khalil Murray. I'm from Philly. North Philly. I was born and raised in North Philly. A lot of family in South Philly where my roots, my parents were from. Pretty much like a lot of the other Philly guys, except that I was just a little more ambitious and, raised by my parents with being groomed with reading and, boxing and, a lot of the other things that sometimes normally don't come, from broken families. And me being raised by two parents in the house, that kind of like, made me prepared to, like for the streets in the world, So I just took that, and kind of like ran with that, like for the rest of my life.
Okay, I can definitely dig that. So you are currently behind the G wall. How long have you been incarcerated?
FBI, Phoenix State Correctional Institution.
Unfortunately, I've been down since January of 2008. I've been here for 15 years, fighting, trying to get home to prove my innocence, wrongfully convicted. Alhamdulillah, like a lot of situations going on now with the DA that we currently got up here in Philly, DA Krasner, he's kind of like leveled the playing field and made it so that, they've been letting the juvenile lifers get home. Mm-hmm. They've been looking at a lot of corrupt cops and detectives that was, manufacturing evidence and fabricating and falsifying police reports. And I'm one of the guys who was done that kind of way. And, hopefully I'm hoping to be home like in the next year or two.
We definitely hope that for you, and I'm glad that they're looking into some of the corruption that's happened there. So let me ask you, being down for 15 is long either way you look at it, but it can be even longer, especially with a wrongful conviction. How have you stayed motivated through this time to push, day for day?
Well, a lot of my ambition came from being in here, and I came to jail when my daughter was 2 years old, my youngest daughter. So that kind of like fueled me with being in jail and feeling like I got to get back home to my baby, along with my two other children and my family. And so my first thing was to start something that could kind of like keep some money generating. I ain't want to be one of those guys that be in jail and in their people's pockets or in their people's pocketbooks. So kind of like the first thing that I thought of was what can I do to get something started for myself. And I've always been a good writer. I can draw pretty well myself, but I knew like in prison, like paintings and drawings and all that kind of stuff wouldn't be like the first ticket for me. So I decided to start my own publishing company back in like 2011, 2010, I believe. And from there, I started my publishing company and started a 10-book series and, used every step from there as like a building block.
Okay, well, congratulations on the published company. So let me ask you this. So which came first? You made a publishing company, then publish your own books, or did you publish a book and then create your own publishing company?
Well, it's not, I ain't gonna say it's a funny story, but I first started shopping the books because I'm not aware of the publishing company game and the industry and all that kind of stuff. I started shopping my books to a lot of different publishers. And the money that they was responding with, saying that they give up $2,500, $1,500, and stuff like that, it just ain't seem. Then when I did the homework on the advance money and what comes with getting your first deal and how much you're gonna get and stuff like that, I said, Dang, I got that money. I can take that money and start my own, put my own book out if that's what they're gonna be giving me. When I saw, when it came to the royalties and stuff like that, so I already had a few books already written. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I said before I put the books out, I'm going to learn what I need to learn about starting my publishing company first and foremost, getting the copyrights, getting the trademarks, and all of the stuff that I needed to get done with the logos and all of that kind of stuff. And then I put out my first book, and then it just went from there.
Okay, so tell us the name of your publishing company.
The name of my publishing company is the Equal Team Publications. The Equal Team comes from my older brother, Bobby Saab, he passed away in the late 80s, but it was a graffiti group, TET.
Okay.
And, in homage to him and just, wanting to not just go with something different, I figured, you know what, my brother had an idea with this graffiti group. Now, my thing is going to take it to higher horizons and take it to a different level with films, books, and, clothing lines and all that kind of stuff. So, I turned to the Equal Team Publications, and I went with that. And,
nice.
The first book, Mr. and Mrs. Gunplay, my idea was that if I can go ahead and use some of my relationships with some of the known Philly rappers in the city and put those guys on the covers to help with the marketing, that'd kind of I think that'd change for me as a Philly author. So
right.
I got the guy Oskino from State Property that was signed with Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z, and I got him on my first book cover, Mr. and Mrs. Gunplay, and that one was flying, out of Black and Noble, and which just did extremely well, and that was the first book out of the series, and then from there, it just been
okay.
It went from there.
Congratulations.
Thank
Always a beautiful thing, Black businesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you said your book is a 10-part series?
Yeah, the 10-book series, I call it the City of Secrets, and I wanted to go with, again, some surprises, so I stretched it out. And I ain't just want to be typical, because I know a lot of times, in being in prison for 15 years, a lot of people say how, man, them hood novels, they the same. And they kind of try to narrow and limit a lot of the Black authors into saying this is all we write about. And my position as a publisher and author is well, we write about what we know.
You have 1 minute left.
I'm saying we write about what we know, and we tell the stories that we know. We ain't, so I try to be a little different and aim for the heart. And just not try to talk about all of the drugs or all of the, this guy had all of this money. I go for the pain and some of the, situations that people go through in their relationships and things like that.
So let me ask you this, bro. Definitely, congratulations on your 10-book series. And I think that was an excellent marketing tool to use. And you giving homage to Philly artists. So,
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation. So tell us, under your company, do you have any other books that have been published from any other authors yet?
Not yet, because for me personally, looking from the lane of an author, I know that a lot is expected from a publishing company. And when I know from in jail, when I see how important promotion and marketing is, you know what I'm saying, you need, in a lot of the brick and mortar stores are shutting down now. A lot of the stuff is being muscled by Amazon, and I know guys expect numbers. You know what I'm saying? Especially guys from the inside. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of work and hustling with my wife, of course. And if you don't have no legs, a lot of guys that I come across in here now, throughout the different prisons that I've been at, they write books and write books and write books, and they asking me that a lot. But what I try to explain to them is that from in here, I can't put all of that pressure on my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Right away. I need some kind of help. With doing some of that stuff, because the marketing and promotion is important. Everybody putting out books now. This is one of the reasons why I transitioned to films and writing films. But everybody writing books now, and a lot of guys kind of be somewhat naive and think that they can put out a book and they're just going to do some numbers and they're going to be a bestseller overnight. And they don't understand that the marketing and the promotion that comes with that takes some money. It's almost like a blank check almost.
Right.
And my thing is, what I do with a lot of these guys is I explain to them, listen, you can self-publish that book yourself. The way that Amazon, I'm sure Amazon got the stuff now where you can go ahead and you can just get your book cover done, and you can get your manuscript and that stuff scanned, and you get all the different stuff that you need. You can go ahead and upload it yourself. But even then, that joint ain't gonna sell itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have social. You should have social media. A lot of these guys, I'll be like, well, do you got Facebook? You got Instagram? You on Twitter? And they be like, no, man, I don't have no. Well, you gotta have that at least.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't gonna just do the numbers yourself. But I'm looking forward to that, and I hope once I get out of here, then I can definitely do the leg work that I feel like needs to be put behind every kind of project. And I want to be able to do that. I don't want to do nobody a disservice.
Right,
so that's
right.
what helped me out.
We definitely can respect that. And you give a good point about having social media and the self-promotion. And that's why it's important for us, the loved ones and us on the outside, to assist our brothers and sisters that's behind the G-Wall. We got to work together.
You right here, this right here from you. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal. because this is a platform like guys like me and other guys need. And I want to just, show my gratitude and thanks to you because this is something that guys need. But guys, like, I saw it in the magazine. What? I wrote it down, called my wife, baby. And I called my man, baby, listen, we got to get in touch with Jay Renee. We can, this is an opportunity in the platform. And guys, they might see it and just go right past it. And, I just, again, want to shout you out and thank you and your people, for giving me the opportunity because this is the kind of stuff as black people that we need to support each other. And we don't be doing that enough.
I agree with you, bro. And, we receive the love. We thank y'all for it, most definitely.
Of course.
So let me ask you about the future. You said that you started writing films and things like that. So
FBI, Phoenix State Correctional
tell us a little bit
Institution.
more about, your aspirations for the silver screen.
To be honest, I got inspired by what I've been seeing 50 doing with Power.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of years ago, when I was at another prison a little further from home, a cousin of mine had came and visited me. He was like, cousin, all of them different rappers and different guys, and you put them on your book covers. He's like, listen, I heard about this web series. He didn't hear about it. He said, I've seen this web series that they got jumping in New York right now called Money and Violence.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, cousin, man, you need to go ahead and start writing films and, going in that lane instead of just keep putting these books out. Do both. So with no real kind of education on film writing, I had my people send me some books on film writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got closer to home, I had some people coming to see me and start talking to some people about the idea of it. And as I started looking at the actual process of writing a film and the difference of it in writing books, that's what kind of like made me segue into saying, oh, you know what, this 10-book series, I need to go ahead and start working on either the independent films and the web series game. And that's what I've been doing. I've been splitting my time with doing both because I know, it ain't enough black film writers right now. In Hollywood, with what they're doing, they recycling the movies. You'll see Spider-Man 5-10 times. That's because they don't have the writers. And so you see Tyler Perry got the game kind of like gridlock. But I felt like, you know what I want to do is be a fresh author and a fresh writer and bring that to the game. So I've been sitting on stuff and writing and sending stuff home so my wife can go ahead and upload it so then I can start shooting it out to different people that's executive producers and directors and see what I can do from there.
Most definitely. We wish you much success with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Get to see something that you put together on the silver screen. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm acting. And every day I'm acting. I'm coming right.
Okay.
I'm coming right home and I'm jumping in.
FBI, Phoenix State Correctional Institution.
I don't plan on just being a writer.
Right.
I respect the same hustle that Tyler Perry did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And as a writer, like what Jordan Peele did with the stuff that he's doing, I want to write and direct. I want to do it all.
Right.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's some good aspirations to have, bruh. I definitely, grant you and wish you all the success that comes with that. Most definitely. I hope your hard work shines through. Now, we talked about your achievements and things like that, but I definitely want to double back to your case and your wrongful conviction. It's very important that we speak about that. So, let's start for the basics. What is your wrongful conviction?
My wrongful conviction is that, I had a vehicle, I had a van, and this joint was a gas guzzler, one of them turtle top vans. I had that, and I had another car. I used to let people take my van. You want it? Go ahead and take it. Just bring it back with some gas in it. Mm-hmm. One of my friends went ahead and did a home invasion with it. And because the van was in my name, they run the tags, of course, and they come back and they look for me.
Right.
And the friend who did it, same description. We kind of similar in ways, but the detective showed them the people who got robbed in their house my picture. This is the falsifying evidence and the stuff that they did to me, where he showed them my picture without showing them any other pictures, and that booked me right in. Because they said that one of the guys who got away, two of the guys that was with my friend, they got arrested right then and there. My friend got away. So me being tight-lipped, of course, coming up in Philly and where I'm from, you don't say nothing. You keep your mouth shut and go ahead and rock it out. Mm-hmm. I believed, all right, when they catch up with me, however it goes, they're going to know these people, they ain't see me. I wasn't there. I had an alibi. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I felt like, all right, when they catch up with me, we straighten it out then and there. But when I get to court, once I got arrested, we get to seeing the evidence from the discovery package. We see a photo array. And I listened to my trial attorney because I had an alibi witness. I told him, listen, people was getting locked up in my van, got accidents. One of my little sister's ex-husbands got in a car accident. Well, there was a lot of people that have gotten car accidents and different stuff with this van, like tickets and stuff like that. I told my trial attorney, listen, do an investigation with PennDOT, because if this DA is trying to say that I had to be the third person because this is my van, now you got an opportunity and you need to take advantage of showing them that other people was using my van, and he didn't do that. And he advised me not to use my alibi witnesses, and me being a knucklehead, I let him go ahead and use his own defense strategy. It ain't come until maybe about 6 years later that when I hire an appeal attorney, the appeal attorney goes ahead and do a PennDOT investigation, and we find a traffic ticket that my friend got the day before they did this home invasion, showing that I didn't even have my van. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not 5'7". This is the description that one of the victims gave, that the person was 5'7". I'm 6 feet tall. I'm not bow-legged. Another description that the lady gave. And her guy, it's just like a crazy situation, and it's just now getting down to it and getting some of the affidavits together like that and the alibi witnesses and showing proof of where I was at and that I didn't even have my van. And this is what's kind of helping me, along with what the detective did, as far as showing the people my picture. And, the things like that. And that's kind of like what got me back in court now and what's helping me out, so.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you have that evidence in your favor, bro. And I hate the fact that you've been sitting back there, falsely arrested, falsely convicted. And I definitely hope that everything work out in your favor and you'll be able to get your freedom as soon as possible. Yeah. We can definitely double back on that so we can go a little deeper the next time that we chat.
Sure, no problem. I would love to. I mean, in Philly, like, this guy that's been here, like, I can complain. I've only got 15 years in, and I say only because this guy's in here, and I can look around there right now. They've been here 30 years, 40 years, and stuff like that. And a lot of these stories ain't been told, and the corrupt detectives and the different DAs and stuff, the guys is just now getting in court now because the old district attorney administration ain't in there no more, and now we're getting access to our files and stuff like that. Right. Like, in my case specifically, we just found out that my friend of mine, who I said had my van, they gave him a lineup. And this is about to be the biggest issue that's going to get me back in court and get my case overturned, because they gave him a lineup, and they never turned that information over to my defense attorney. And that's a Brady violation, because any evidence that can help a defendant that they don't turn over is a Brady and a federal violation. Right. And a lot of the guys that's been in jail all of these years, we never had access to these files to know what those DAs was hiding. Right. But this current DA, this is what he's doing. And, this is what's helping us get back in court now and overturn. And I don't have a life sentence. A lot of these guys been here forever and got forever. They want them to die before they can go home. Right. And so I'm blessed and I'm thankful. And I ain't just been in here sitting in here rotting. So,
you definitely been to work, and it shows, you know what I mean? Yeah. Your achievements show, your aspirations and all the things that you have achieved. So I know we don't have too much more time, so I want to ask you, how can people link up with your books and, check you out?
All of my material and projects are on Amazon. I got a new one coming out, What About Revenge, is going to be available on Amazon in about a week and a half. But all of my books can be pulled up on Amazon. You pull up the author name, Khalil Murray. My 10-book series is called City of Secrets. They can follow me on Instagram at Khalil_Murray and look, find out some more about me. On Facebook is Khalil Murray. I have a YouTube channel, Khalil Murray Media, or I believe Khalil Murray TV. Got a company pages, TET Publications, TET Publications, and the Equal Team Publications on Facebook. They can go there and find me anything. And Jay Renee, I'm big on cross promotion. Anybody that hears this or check out this episode, if you got anything that you're trying to share or promote, anything in Philly, I ain't got thousands and thousands of followers, but I got a fair amount. If you got anything, clothing line, books, candles, T-shirts, whatever it might be, you can send me pictures, and I will gladly share your stuff on my page. That's what I believe, that one hand wash the other.
I'm with you on that, bro. That's definitely love. And I'm definitely going to make sure I put the information so people can reach out and connect with you. Do you have any shout outs before we get disconnected?
Yeah, I want to shout thank you for, giving me this opportunity. I want to thank my wife. I want to thank my wife, Aaliyah Murray, my mother, my children, Gaddafi, Saida, and Mayani, and, pretty much the Equal Team Publications and everybody that support me, you know, Kite Magazine, because I wouldn't be here talking to you if I didn't see you, your information in Kite Magazine, Prison Riot Radio, you know, salute.